Bank of the Heartland is working to give back to those in need. Today, they were stationed outside the Bakers at 132nd and West Maple, inviting shoppers to donate a few groceries as they left the store. All of the food collected goes to neighbors in need. Earlier this week, the CEO of the food bank told 6 News they're seeing more people needing food assistance due to inflation.
Right now, our neighbors are making unthinkable decisions, deciding between paying for their rent or putting food on the table, or paying for medication or going grocery shopping. And no one should have to make that decision. And with 1 in 10 Heartland neighbors right now struggling with food insecurity, we are just hoping to provide them with hope and nutritious meals this holiday season.
The food bank is also asking for helping hands before Thanksgiving. So if you're looking to volunteer or donate, we have a link for that information right on our website, WOWT.com.